Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Cooking with the Goddess. Tonight we are doing our famous Philly cheesesteak subs. So right here I have my steak meat, which I will be cutting up, like basically shredding up to small pieces of meat. And then I have the deli slice roasted bell peppers, and these are the strips. And these right here are very good to use when you're doing your Philly cheesesteak. Then I have here some mozzarella cheese that I will be using to top the meat and everything once it goes on the bun. And these are hoagie buns. Y'all, I am trying to get like the real New Jersey style. And then you're gonna need an onion and a bell pepper. The more onion you use in any meats that you like sauteing or whatever is better. Like the flavor will come out so much better. Comment down below if you use a lot of onions to season your meat, and it also brings out a lot of flavor. So yes, you guys, so this is all that you will need besides the other seasoning, which I will show you guys in the next clip. Okay, you guys, first, this is what I use on with my seasonings. You can use whatever seasonings you would like, but I am using these right here, and this is what I like. So this is right here is paprika. I have right here garlic powder, accent, which brings out the flavor in your food, Creole seasoning, slap your mama, seasoned salt. I would not be using a lot of that because I really don't season my food with a lot of salt, because slap your mama and Creole seasoning have, you know, salt in it. I don't even know why I took this out, y'all. Cayenne pepper. Then I have in here some minced garlic that I love. Y'all know I love garlic. Complete Sazon seasoning. And that's it, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my meat cut up, and then I'm gonna season it up, and then I'll put it into the pan. Okay. And you guys, this is how thin I cut my meat, because it cooks quicker, and also it once it cook quicker, you won't leave it in the pan too long, you know, because if you leave it in too long, then now you got some chewy meat. You don't want chewy meat. We want our meat to be tender and cooked just right. So I cut against the grain instead of on it. I go sideways. So I put my knife just like this, and I go down, and it goes down in like little shreds. And yeah, so I'm gonna get back to cutting like this one. Look how thin that is. This is exactly how you want your meat. Now that I shredded them up real thinly and stuff like this, you see, they're cut real thin. Now I'm gonna go and cut roughly through the meat. This is the part where you can just cut right through the meat. You don't have to worry about cutting against the grain, because you've already did it, and you'll have more pieces to add to your Philly cheesesteak subs. Okay, you guys, so we have our meat cut up. Let me zoom in for you, and you can see how much meat came out of that little piece of block that it was in. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from the cutting board, put it back on the plate, remove it, wash my hands, and then I'm gonna cut up my vegetables. Okay, you guys, so I have my onion and my bell pepper, which my bell pepper is already clean. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the skin off of this, rinse my onion off, and then cut them up. I went on ahead and clipped my knife that I cut my meat up with, and I'm gonna go right in with the onion. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I got my onions washed wash up. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop them up. And I try to go as thin as I can, because when you cut your onions up, when you saute them, you want them to be like a flimsy, like they all loose, you know. That's how I like my onions to be cooked down and stuff. So slice them up real thinly. So I'm gonna get to cutting, you guys. Okay, you guys, now I got my bell pepper cut down into the way I want them, so that I can cut them down in strips. So I'm going to cut each one of them down in strips, skinny as I can get them. Okay, now I have everything cut up. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see, and I'm going to show you just how thin the onion is cut. It's cut really thin, y'all. So if you want a good Philly cheesesteak, cut your onions thin as you can. Get over enough, and make sure you have, like, you can use like a large size of an onion. Cut it all the way up. Get it sauteed in that pan, and you'll have the best Philly cheesesteak that you ever want. And then you'll be like, I cooked that? Yes, you did. So yes, you guys, I'm already done with this. I'm about to go ahead and saute these, get them sauteed down almost to like a good browning color, like a light brown. And then I'll pop my meat in it, and then as my meat is cooking, I'll start seasoning it. I was going to season my meat earlier, but I didn't. I just said I'm going to just wait to season it once it's in the pan. So yeah, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this area up, wash my hands, get my pan out to cook the vegetables and the meat, and then I'll be done. You guys, so I have me some oil, vegetable oil in the pan, and I think it's good and heated up now. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw my vegetables in the pot, in the pan actually. And I think it's hot enough, so yeah. It got a little sizzle to it, so we'll go ahead and put this in there. Okay, you guys, so as it's frying up, I'm going to go ahead and move it around just to keep the heat rotating in it, because I don't want it to burn. So I'll let it cook on that side, and then I'll do it again. And y'all, the aroma is so divine in here. Trust me. It smells so good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start stirring again. And you can hear that good sizzle. Sounds so good. And you just want to keep stirring because you don't want it to burn. You want it to have like a brown color to it, but not burnt. So I just flatten it down after I've stirred it up. I just flatten it down so that's how I can get all the browning it needs, and then I'll go back and then stir again. Okay, I'm going to show you just how it should look. This is how it looks for us. As you can see the browning in it. It's not burnt, it's caramelized and everything. I'm trying to get it where y'all can, there we go. Sometimes my camera don't focus and then I be off point. So I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see. There you go. So that's what you're looking for. Now, what I do, I make a circle in my pan, just like that. And I dump my meat right in the middle. Okay. Now I'm going to start seasoning my meat. Okay, you guys, now I'm going to go ahead and stir up everything. Put it back up a little bit. Right when you see your meat is turned brown, you can take it off of the heat because by the meat being still hot, it's going to continue to cook. So you want to take it off immediately because your meat it was being cut so thin, so you don't want it to become chewy. So once your meat is brown, take it off the eye. And that's good right there. There you go. Now I'm going to turn this off because we are done. We don't need it no more. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get the meat. Let me zoom out. There we go. I'm going to get the meat and I'm going to get the bread. I'm going to get my pan for my bread. Get the butter. I'm going to toast up my breads and toast them up. If they want mayo on it, if they don't, it will still be good enough. They can add butter to it, extra butter. Then I'll start layering in their sandwiches with the meat and cheese. So yeah, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I got the hoagie bread right here. You can see it. This would be good for a good old chili dog. But tonight we are using it for something else. So I just open it up like this. Let me place it right here. And I got both eyes on so both sides can get heated up. And I can do more than 2 Philly cheesesteak subs. So I'm going to go ahead and put my butter down. And as you can see, it's already hot. And you want to put a lot of butter down just to get your this bread toasted up really good. Like, don't play with the butter. The butter is the best part. And I'm going to place it down just like that. And I'm going to continue to do this, okay? You can press down on them just so all sides of the bread can get that good toastiness to it. Y'all, it already smells good up in here. Like, take me to the Jersey to get the real ones. There we go. And I'm going to set the butter to the side just so it can continue to melt down and the bread can continue to soak up all that goodness. Yes, y'all. So while they're cooking, I'll be back with you guys. Y'all, Let's see if it's ready to be turned up. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at the brownness. Like, look at it. Like, don't even play with it. Like, look at it. So I'm gonna take the butter off because enough has melted on there. Put it to the side. This one needs some time to get melted down and brown because it's not brown yet. Oh, and it's so soft, y'all. Oh my goodness. So I can go ahead and take that one off. Go ahead and get a plate them on there. Yep. So we're going to continue to let it cook, y'all, and then I will be back. I'm about to go ahead and remove the first one. Both sides are brown. Ooh, they look good. Let me show y'all. I'm going to move that one down, leave that one right there. Okay, you guys, so I added the butter, and yes, it's very hot. And that's what you really want. You want it to be hot, but not this smoking. But you want it to be hot enough so when you put your bell peppers and bell peppers and garlic, it'll start to cook right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and add me some my garlic and my roasted bell peppers. And we just let them cook. You know, just let them cook. Let me get on the end. If it looks smoky in here, I'm sorry. But yeah, this pan right here gets really hot, really hot, and really quick. So let me see. So we're just gonna let them cook right there. Pepper a little bit low. There we go. So my first one, I'm gonna put mayonnaise on. So my first one, I'm gonna put mayo on. So any kind of mayo that you have around the house, it's fine. And they so soft and hot. So you just line your bread up like this with your mayonnaise, which is gonna melt because it's still hot. Just like that. You want to place your bread down. And then, let me zoom y'all out because I think I have y'all too close. Okay, so we have the meat on there. Now I'm going to add the cheese. Well, not the cheese first. I'm going to add some of this right here. Add it right on top. A little bit more. There we go. Now I can zoom y'all back in. I'm going to add my cheese to the top. And we're gonna be generous with our cheese because this is what it's for. This is what it's about. That good old cheese. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get the lid that I was telling you guys about earlier and just cover. Go ahead and cover it up just like that. And let it tilt on the side of the pan just so that it won't lay on top of the cheese as it's cooking and steaming up. Yeah. So as that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting my mayo on the buns. Okay, you guys, the final result is in. I want y'all to look at that cheese. Like, look at the cheese. Ooh. So yes, you guys, so I'm about to enjoy this Philly cheese steak. Look how the cheese just melted over the bread. Oh, look at that toastiness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did cooking this delicious meal. Until the next time, I will see you guys on our next cooking video.